everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, play Slay the Spire. We're going to play a daily again, get myself really warmed up, because, I mean, the last one was really bad. I mean, we did fine, it just was not a good daily. This is an ironclad daily, it's a draft, it's flight, it's terminal. Literally started 9 minutes ago. Okay, what do you like? Oh, dude, I love her. Rampage is just the most fun card. If we get an Evolve, Wild Strike is also a fun get, so let's try that. Take a Rage. We don't need 2 Rages. Give me a Pommel. Keep in mind we do need some defense. We'll take a Shrug. Let's take a Flex. Just something for the middle of the game. Take an Iron Wave. It's a little bit of both. It'll give me a Flame Barrier. I love it. Give me a Metallicize. I've grown to like it. I think we'll take an Armaments. Gotta tell you, your boy loves an Infernal Blade. He loves a Clothesline. 2 Rages is probably a little bit too much, but I'm willing to let it go. Trench is it's a little much, but let's give it a shot. This is not as exciting of a deck as I thought it would be. Let's see, though. Yo, this is new. So we got it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 attacks. I'm counting Infernal Blade. Blocks. 1, 2, 3. Basically 5. And then 5 miscellaneous cards. Let's do it. And remember, we ignore paths. So the first one we pick doesn't really matter. But after that, we'll probably maximize question marks. So we'd like to draw. Whew. This is basically, you know, what I was hoping would happen. And the thing is, like, I don't love Wild Strike when we don't have an Armaments. Or not an Armaments, sorry. I don't love Wild Strike when we don't have an Evolve, but we can get to an Evolve pretty easily. I'll take a Disarm. Anger's also fun, but let's go for Relic. That also gives us a Curse. Now we got no combat and question marks, so we'll definitely upgrade 2 random cards. I know that it's a daily thing, right? But let's see. I'm trying to build good decks. I'm trying to build good habits. So let's ignore the fact that you get more bonuses for curses, and instead we're going to still take curses as long as they give us an advantage to take them in the first place, but then, you know, following that, maybe we'll make a slightly different decision. So hold on. We're taking 1 damage this turn. I think I would rather take 1 and get a smack in there. As my 2 cents on the requisite subject. Love it. Love it. This is a big one. It's not bad. We might as well disarm you because we get benefit out of it. Although we don't because you're dead. That's okay because we don't take any damage at all. They do this drafted deck. I mean, we shouldn't expect the drafted deck to be bad. Because almost every card we would pick would definitely, like, by default, be better than a strike or a basic defend. The only downside is that, you know, that we might screw up the compositional nature of it somewhat. But we definitely didn't. Seems like, based on the way this Elite Fight's going, everything's hunky-dory right now. So, let's see what we got here. We will still flex. We'll draw. That's fine. Yeah, I would prefer not to draw Dazes, but we draw Dazes. We're getting them out of the deck faster instead of drawing them on the next turn. Could be worse. Not much we can do about this one, unfortunately. Made it out of that one. This guy should stand no chance, but we're getting to the point where we got a decent chunk of wounds in this deck. I would really, really like to, you know, take advantage of getting one of those knocked out, or like finding a way to get all of them knocked out would be even better. Obviously. But you know what's working for me right now is double rage meta. I didn't expect double rage meta to be so decent, but it's getting the job done. It is taking us about 100 years to finish this boss fight, but that's okay. We're good. And we're going to fight as many elites as possible, obviously. Duplicates give us more points. I would like to duplicate Clothesline, because it's a good card, and one day, it's gonna own its own business. I do it. I don't know if I've ever had that happen before. We searched it completely. I didn't even know you could get... I thought you could force an elite fight, to be honest. Okay, we want to avoid vulnerability. We want to give him a smack. Let's give him another smack. I'm happy with... Don't get me wrong, Pantograph... I mean, it's really good on 820, but... Hold on. We do need to block in order to get this going. I will... still play this, but it's okay. Nothing we can do about that. It's kind of a poor decision on my part. We'll probably take damage later as a result of my idiocy there. Maybe I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing right here, but I'm doing it. We have made him go 8 strength up, but on this turn he's kind of taking a little time off. So catch him with one of these. I gotta think about it. I think we're fine. We are gonna be weakened next turn. I'd really like to output some more damage. Can we kill you? No. So we're gonna just accept that we're gonna take one heck of a hit. Hopefully kill you next turn. It's probably one of the worst decision-making fights I've ever had against this guy in my entire existence. But he's dead and we didn't get hurt too much. Nunchuck is fine. Battle Trance, I think, to effectively thin our deck. Seems interesting. Self-forming clay. This is a cool daily so far. Because of our ability to hit as many elites as possible. Berserk Regret. Bloodletting Regret. We're not going to get Regret. Iron Wave Bash. Berserk. Nah. Bash. I don't think we need a second Bash. We got nothing, but we saw almost everything. So that's the most important thing. If you don't think about it too hard. Okay, so what do we like? I actually do like these, but I think a Metallicize early is good as well. I'm going to wake him up, just because, you know, waking him up and keeping him weak, we're probably still going to get hit, but we'll try. So let's see. Every attack we play gives us... Okay, so we're at 8 already. This takes us to 11. More weakness will not do it for us, but a disarm will also not do it for us. Neither of those will do it for us, is what I've learned, but... Might not play the Entrench on this turn, just so we can get some damage out there, but then I ended up doing it anyway, because, you know, I could. It's alright, we've got gain because of our Rampage, so... I wouldn't say it's necessarily the wisest choice to slow play this, but we got good blocks in this deck, and the Rampage should help us out regardless. This time we're gaining no blocks. Wait, we're gaining a little block, but not much. I think you'd rather just do this, obviously, because you got that rage bonus out there. Takes us to 11. It's fine. I would rather take one and output a lot more damage than play a flame barrier there. We're about to get one more energy as well. I think I actually like this first. That way we can keep drawing. Well, we'd rather hit you for as much as possible. Can we do 11 next turn? Yes. So far, so good. Orichalcum is fine. We don't need 2 Battle Trances. I don't think we need a Thunderclap either. Just go straight for this next elite fight. Now, don't make the same mistake we made against this guy last time. Try to actually output a little bit of damage early on. We won't be able to avoid the vulnerability. So just, you know, you have Orichalcum. That basically takes you to 11 block. It's really all a matter of, like, how much are you willing to burn here. I'm not willing to play the disarm. I mean, you break even at best, right? So he's gonna hit us again. I think you just don't play Rage. You stayed, you know, we're taking 6 damage, not a big deal. All you gotta do is 24. That's nothing. Catch him with one of those. Catch him with one of these. If you'd popped Flex, we might not have needed to do this, but I didn't, so let's not live in the past, you know what I mean? I think we could pop another Flex here, especially because it's pre-upgraded. Like, is there anything... You know what? There is a card I want to remove. Get rid of this Wild Strike. Just because we drafted it, let's not have, like, a sunk cost fallacy around it. Pommel for 13. Disgustingly good. You're also in a world of hurt. I think we're in a very, very, very good spot. Now, the thing is, I have no idea what the rankings are going to be like today, because there was only one person who had already done the daily, and they lost. So I have no idea what a good score will look like today. But I think we're well equipped so far, and you know, Strawberry helped offset the terminal danger here, which is nice. I'm just trying to think of what I want to do. We still probably want Metallicize. We should have drawn first, but you know, I don't play by the so-called objectively correct rules of the game. What I prefer to do, in case you haven't noticed, is I play my own game, and when it doesn't work, I complain, and when it works, I go, only I have the requisite genius necessary to pull off a strategy this crazy. Now, I think you start there. Ended up being free. 16 damage will take you to 76. Or we could get to 31 block. Honestly, why not? Even though we're going to take some damage, we might as well get this guy ready to split in a better capacity. So hold on, this will take you down to 86 if we pop this. 14, it'll take you down to 78, which is actually fine. It won't be 78 because of our weakness. It'll be 80. Still good. Now this turn we really, or next turn, we'll see how it looks. Let's do this turn. We got 2 attacks. We're not weak. Could draw another attack right here. Did. Just pop you with one of those. Take you down to 58. Still pretty high, but we don't have like a bludgeon or an immolate or something that we could really just, you know, pop out of the woodwork and be, you know, surprise. We kind of got to just accept whatever we got here. You know, attack-wise. Especially with no vulnerability. That's something I would like to add. We probably should have added a bash. I think I said we don't need to add a second bash. That was very dumb. And that's because I'm jet-lagged right now, and Bash is in the default Ironclad deck, so I thought we were adding a second one, when really, it would have been a first one. What I really want to see, what would make this deck pop, is to pivot to Barricade, I think. If we can get a Barricade as a boss reward, which is definitely not unlikely. Yo, we got extra energy. Huge. Then all of our Metallicize, you know, Rage, Flame Barrier, etc., it leaves us in a, obviously should have armaments, but it leaves us in a really, really good spot to build up crazy amounts of block, and then a couple of body slams, all of a sudden we could be doing, you know, 50 to 100 damage per turn for 0 energy cost. This is a comical turn right there. I would still maybe feel content to add an Evolve to this deck. It's obviously not that good right now to be drawing so many slimes and dazes and etceteras, but it is what it is. Perfected Strike is just dead weight, unfortunately. And we didn't add that. That was a that was Infernal Blade. That's the risk you run. Sometimes you end up getting an Immolate and makes all your dreams come true. Sometimes you end up getting, you know, a 2 energy, 12 damage card that makes you want to throw up your hands. Say, why, Lisa? Please talk to me. That's it's The Room. Not sure if you heard of a little indie classic. Pretty underappreciated in the modern day. Just kidding. lived. After all that, you had the audacity to stay alive. You're a real son of a gun, you know? Anyway, you're dead. We also need some more damage. This is a slow run, and it doesn't feel like there needs to be any reason for it to be slow. So feed is obviously... Okay. Feed, I was going to say bludgeon because we need more damage, but feed is the right card on a terminal run. Were it not for terminal, I don't like any of those, by the way, but were it not for terminal, I probably would have opted for something else, but... I think that this is the right call in this situation. Though you gotta love a flame barrier. It's in the constitution of Slay the Spire. Section 75, subset B, you gotta love it. It, in this case, asterisk refers to Slay the Spire. And by Slay the Spire, I mean flame barrier. Alright, hold on. You want the blocks, but you also, I mean, you look at this and you go, hey, enjoy having no strength. Even though you only have 5 HP to begin with. So we'll flex, obviously. Hit him with a quick battle trance, quick rage on top of that. Infernal Blade gives you a pummel. Knock this guy out of the equation. We got 2 energy left. We're not taking any damage. So we'd love to just destroy an enemy. Easy enough. I actually think, and this is not true in Magic, by the way. For me, specifically, but I think my skills in draft have been, like, surprisingly good in Slay the Spire. Draft and sealed runs, I tend to almost always leave myself in a pretty good spot. And, you know, part of the reason is just because the game is, I guess, balanced around, you know, the default starting deck. So you're always going to do well. You're always going to do well if you're taking cards that are better than those, but, you know, it feels nice, so why are you trying to take this away from me? I don't understand. Let's hit a shop instead of a question mark. And I think definitely, you know, I love the idea of making elites a little weaker. And then, I mean, after that, I do want to do more damage, but I don't think, like, Inflame is that good for us here. I think we could do with a Carnage... But even Carnage is, like, not that good. I'll take it because I don't want to turn on my nose at 20 damage. But I think what we'd really like to see is some vulnerability. A way to create vulnerability. Well, we have no choice. We might as well do something. This is a real tough one. This is a real tough one. I think I'm going to cut one of our 2 clotheslines, even though I think it's very good. That was not an easy decision for me to make. I'm sure that one, I mean, I'm not so big-headed as to believe people are going to be like, whoa, talking about it at the water cooler tomorrow. Did you see what NL did? What a maroon. But simultaneously, I am like, dude, this is one of the toughest decisions we've had in that department for a long time. We gotta hit him harder, but I really want to try to take advantage of feed. And, you know, we don't get in that many combats, so we really want to make feed work when we get the chance. Flame Barrier, I mean, it will block. But it's only going to hit you for 6. This will hit you for... I'd rather take the damage, honestly. Oh, plus we got our energy back anyway. Which means I'm dumb. 8. Okay, that'll take us to 18. We have no rage out there. Fine. You win this one. I'll get you next turn. I mean, I'd love to get the flawless, of course. I think we're going to get it. 22 plus 9. We can't get there. Can't be done. Can't be done. Catch him with one of these. Do we need one of these? We'd rather catch him with one of these. Okay, next turn. We got you, brother. You're done. Easy fights. Keep in mind, you know, elites start weaker. And look at that. He's actually made it happen. Shuriken is extremely good. You know what? We wanted vulnerability. Let's take the vulnerability. I think we also definitely want uppercut, and I like bronze scales just in general. I don't think we need an 8th flex. I think our deck is fine. Tell you what, I'm going to fight you. Let's avoid the debuff. And now I think we're starting to pop. So we'll shrug. Armaments does cheapen Entrench, but dude, we gotta do some damage at some point. We're already not taking damage. Let's draw first, see what we get. Then I think we'll play Metallicize. It is slow though. As a result of this, we're probably going to take damage. We didn't get much going on our first turn, but we'll see. And this is an incredibly strong thunderclap there. We are going to take damage, but I mean, we got the feed out of it, so I'm not sweating it too much. We could always, I would love an exhaust or exhume as well. Hit him once. We're at 15 block. So just weaken this guy and then toss him one of these. You're going to die on hit 1. You are still going to hit us because I didn't do my math properly. Didn't plan for the 5 damage from him, even though he did die. You know, an upgraded Infernal Blade. Bag of Prep is pretty good. It's a non-stop elite fight. I love these tiny lords. Okay. You look for armaments. Didn't get it. That's fine. Catch him with a thunderclap. Then you got to think about it. Anybody dying? 27? Probably not. So we're gonna shoot for the moon. And we are about to get extra energy out of Nunchuck. It's huge. Probably like to kill an enemy. 14, 11 down. Okay. Yeah, let's kill an enemy. But let's get draw out of it. Can't get draw. That's right. Metallicize. Just thinking 9 for this will take us to 14. Sure. Okay. This should be perfect if my math's right. And it is. As often. The joke is that most people would say as always if they were trying to be a little hubristical, but I can't really go down that road because I've been wrong. Oh, so many times in the past. This is how I've lost track. Okay, Flex is good stuff. Rage is good stuff. We can play everything. Might as well get him out here. 27 damage, good God. Definitely did that backwards, but he's going to die anyway without doing damage to us. Letter Opener. I actually think Letter Opener is totally fine. And, you know, Iron Wave, I'm not going to turn up my nose at anything that gives us some extra blocks here. We definitely need to upgrade our Entrench, like, for real. Please draw Flex. Rage is also very good here, but now Thunderclap works gangbusters. Hold on, Perfected Strike is still horrible. We just catch you with a Carnage. Dude, this guy, you're done. You're toasted. Right? Yeah, I mean, you want to not do it this way, but it's fine. We probably got him next turn. This deck has gotten insanely strong. Now, because it's gotten insanely strong for me, I'm willing to offer the assumption it's probably gotten insanely strong or even disproportionately stronger for the above-average players out there. Flattering myself a little bit, perhaps, but by calling myself above average in the first place, you're doing 8 damage. 8 damage is 0 right now. I honestly think I just like that right there. Keep the status effects going. But maybe, just maybe, this is the one run where I've short-circuited the system, and I'm a genius, and nobody else could possibly compare to what I got going on. It's doubtful, don't get me wrong, but we got a lot of perfect elite fights here. Okay. You know what? I think we do like an armaments. Flame Barrier means we take no damage, but Pommel gives us no damage, and we draw some more on top of it. We're doing an awful lot, by the way. This is very much tooting my own horn. We're doing an awful lot with 3 energy as well. That 3 energy, calling it the kiss of death might not be fair. We'll just hit Entrench here. I know we could have gone to a question mark, but I really needed to upgrade Entrench at some point. Calling it the kiss of death is not fair, but on 820, I've become predisposed to the idea that if you're stuck on, 3 energy, you might as well just cancel Christmas. If you're stuck on 3 energy on the 3rd floor, you might as well just Alt F4 the game. On the 2nd floor, you can make it work for a little bit. So we have 2 energy. We might as well draw then. Toss in one of these. Toss in one of these. But our damage output is really good. I still don't think we have great scaling, but now we can stack vulnerability with uppercuts, so none of these are really that good, to be honest. Heavy Blade, maybe if you draw it on the same turn as a flex or 2, but these uppercuts are pretty choice. We're not getting that many cards either because we're skipping combat to go to question marks, but all right, so what do we like? I do like a turn 1 metallicize. Might as well start here. Okay. Could double disarm, but let's see what we get. Clash, not going to be worth much. Get metallicize out there. You know what? I actually do like the double disarm, even at the cost of carnage. Saves us 5 damage from this guy per turn that he attacks, which won't be every turn, but it's pretty good, I think. Might as well draw. No need for feed. I feel the need for no feed. You're doing 14 damage, not a problem. 25 block without even thinking about it. Okay, what are you doing? 16 damage, nothing. So you're at 36 damage total. This plus entrench equals 24 plus 8 is 32. But if we just do this, okay, now you're doing 26. We're at 13 block. So I'm wrong. It's 20. Yeah, but 25. Dude, I'm going to pop it just to try to maintain the perfect. I think we were arithmetically, wrong for one. Yes. But also, I don't think there was a way for us to get out of that one. I think pretty much no matter what, we were going to be 1 shy. So I'd rather just try to keep the perfect going, which means we should have popped the ancient potion there, but it is what it is. Okay, 7. You think maybe... No, we can't. Next turn we'll get extra energy. Because we can't play 1 more attack. We just don't have the energy base for it. Alright, so he's going to start hitting. 21. Definitely not insurmountable. This will give us energy that's unfortunately not really that good for us. Pop it, but I think we're there already. Hey, we're 3 strength up. He's taking a turn off. This is where we want to start hitting him with some serious vulnerability. And the extra 0 cost attacks are helping out a lot as well. Okay, what do we got? 28 damage. I think you definitely start here. Then you want to play as many attacks as possible, which is 1 attack. So an attack is worth 5. 5 block, that is. What if we draw? What could we draw here? An entrench, perhaps? Let's give it a shot. We can't draw. That's right. We can't draw. 21 plus 8, 29. We are going to be 1 ahead of the damage that they're outputting, which is very nice. So big one right there. 1's dead. 26 damage. Which is actually... So we're at 13 right now. So an entrench actually gets us there, but we can do better. I'm telling you. We don't have good AoE, but except for AoE, everything's fine. Everything else. We're not going to get energy back, so I think we have to start with this, and as bonkers as it looks. We might as well still smack you. You're going to be dead. We'll get extra energy next turn, but this guy's going to hit for oh no, he's going to summon more enemies, which is unfortunate, but start here, draw. We got him half dead. It's a war of attrition right now. So we're going to We already used our extra energy. Let's just start with the battle trance. And this is exactly what we were looking for, was a flex. Because now, Thunderclap's extremely good. You're doing 14 damage. We have 14 damage if we put up 0 block because of Orichalcum. But if we play another skill and get some block, we'll get 5 damage done, and then we'll also be able to play Clash afterwards and just wipe one of you. It's a strange setup, but I'm not uncomfortable. So I definitely think here we want to draw. Now, mathematically on this one, I'm starting to crunch the numbers. And we're fine, but it was a little closer than I would have liked. Now, uppercuts, please. Dude, upgraded uppercut. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's a great get. How are we going to get to 25 block, though? It's a great question. Well, the weakness will take you down to like 18 damage. I think we have to try for blocks. Yeah? Okay. Takes us to 28. It's slow going, but it's worth it assuming we can get the perfect out of it. Okay, now you hit him with the 1 vulnerability. It's obviously not as much as you would like, but it's something. You get the extra strength out of the energy there. We got 3 permanent strength up. You're doing 28 damage. Now, I think you're going to get me, and I'm very upset by this fact. This is the only play. He didn't get me. It was like a 9-minute math puzzle. We came out with the perfect. Just double-clicked. But we would have preferred the Exhume. But Impervious is... It's not what I wanted, but it's fine. I honestly think that Busted Crown has like no ill effects because we're dodging almost every fight. And you're going to be hurting us when we use powers, aka who cares, because we don't really have too many powers we consider mission critical. Okay, you're doing 11 damage, aka nothing. But we do need to be able to block first because of this. It's a very thought-provoking run, wouldn't you say? Like, we've had to... I'm not saying it's like you have to have a PhD to understand what's happening right now, although wouldn't it help to have a PhD to understand, you know, like, everything that's happening? Like, in the world today? It really makes you think. Sort of. But I don't know. I am starting to get a little bit confident that, you know, we got something going on here. That the average person, you know, might not be as able to accomplish as we are right now. Hold on a second. 21 damage, 7 damage for each. Okay, we'll kill you with the Immolate, even though it hurts me, because we'll heal up afterwards regardless. Dude, I actually think spot weakness works really well here. Now let's hit this real quick. What I was gonna say is I think we're doing pretty well. He does put statuses in my hand, but it's not that bad. Toss me a Mummified Hand. It's really only for use with Metallicize right now, but so what? And then I think let's protect ourselves from curses. And you know what? Let's get some better draw along with a block associated with it. And duplicate a card in our deck? Oh, that's a great question. It's a great question. What do you want to duplicate here? I don't know why I'm so weird. Let's go with Spot Weakness. All right, then you're gonna bring me right back here. Take a Dreamcatcher. Just add some relics for some kind of usefulness. You know what? I don't think the red mask is really all that good. I'd rather have the gold. 12 damage. Comical. Without Metallicize, though, we do need to block. Well, need is a strong word. Well, sure. We'd like the block to maintain our perfect. I hit you, I gain 3 block. But we're still going to take damage. Yeah, that was not a good situation to play feed. I mostly just got too lazy for the math and went, let's give it a try. Guess you're doing 32 damage. We're not getting hit for that much, but it's still, you know, it's more than I'm used to, apparently. Start here, catch him with this. I'll tell you, by the way, still very, very much looking for a barricade. Barricade would give us a very good shot at a perfect, I think. Even with the boss being, like, you know, angry when we play powers. This guy's not so bad. I mean, anytime you're fighting these bosses at this stage of the game, and you're like... These elites, I should say, at this stage of the game, and you're like, you know, we get hit for exactly the amount of HP that Burning Blood heals us. You gotta be pretty stoked. Dude, it should be plausible to kill you here. 24 damage, easy money. Now, Art of War is kind of useless. Entrench is good, but I think our deck's getting to the point where, you know, I'm happy with what we got. I'd love to add, like, an Immolate, like some kind of beautiful AoE. Would be a nice get for sure. Not what I meant, but thank you as well. Still a pretty strong turn there. So we definitely, like, you would love to see you go. We're about to get more energy here as well. Let's just go for the raw blood for blood. And I think we want to go like this. I'm not running the numbers because numbers, they can only hurt you if you actually look at them. So that time it worked out totally fine. I do think a sword boomerang would be nice, but not too worried about it. I don't see a barricade. I don't see a barricade. I'm not interested. No Time Lord though, so we will take finesse. And then why not add just more relics the merrier, right? Smiling Mask is truly useless right now. Go straight into our extra upgrades. We haven't upgraded too much on this run. So anything we can do just to enhance our odds of getting the perfect is probably pretty sensible. Lots of good options, but let's go Flame Barrier. I think we're going to come out with a pretty decent score here. We still got 2 more elites. We perfected a lot. We perfected a boss. Hold on, this will make something free. It hit Clothesline. That's great news. Give me some extra strength. I really appreciate it. Secret Weapon. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, but just toss me a dang old uppercut. You're doing 9 damage. We're not taking a hit then. Hit you with one of these. We got 2 energy left. Rather hit you with one of those for sure. Very strong start. You gotta love this. Again, it's written into the charter of human rights and Slay the Spire. This exact situation, just a screenshot of this, asterisk, gotta love it. I don't make the rules. 3 attacks equals more energy, so that'll have to wait till next turn. Yo, that's very helpful. Thank you. Yes. Yes. That was a 51 damage sword boomerang. Even I'm like, that's a little egregious. Hold on. You tell me we can't kill you? That doesn't seem right. We're at 18 block, so that's fine. We can't. You're very lucky. You should have been dead, Giant Head, and I would know. I have one of you. Offering is really good. You know what? I was like, I think I'm gonna give you Impervious. Give you a rare. What do you gave me a full heal? Completely unnecessary. But I so rarely get the opportunity to actually take advantage of that. I thought it was an interesting circumstance. Yo, blood for blood. Nothing wrong. Just trying to see. We got 2 energy remaining. Let's dust you. Let's weaken you. Get some permanent strength up. I don't think, and this is not me trying to, like, you know, act like this is a harder run than it actually is. Obviously, we're in an amazing spot, but I don't think we will flawless the boss. I think that's just a little bit outside of the bounds of realism. We could, I suppose. Probably should have played Disarm Plus, huh? We could, but I don't think we will. I really need to see, like, 4 energy. I don't think it's not possible we kill you. As far as I... never mind, it's very easy. Because with 12 strength up. Yo, Threaded Needle is also very good. It's possible. I don't want to... Because I hate when people do that, you know, when they're like, I got no chance here. When they're actually, like, kicking the crap out of the game. But I think we should win easily. Is the flawless that frightens me. So, I mean, you definitely want to play Apotheosis early. And we'd probably like to get a permanent strength increase. We'd probably like to get multiple permanent strength increases. I don't think we'll play Fiendfire yet. We're losing too many good things. So I think our next... Well, let me think about this for a second. Pop an offering. This is a big turn. So these guys have got to go. What do we like? I mean, a disarm is just fantastic here. Probably, let's get some draw going. Definitely do want to play Metallicize in spite of everything. It made uppercut free. It's good stuff. You're doing 16 damage. We got nothing to worry about. Probably do want to play this, but can we get extra strength first? Yes, we can. So, with one of these. You did it wrong, brother. Okay. No. We're fine. We want to pop this Ancient Potion when we get Flex Plus, I think. This is very good. We get a strength upgrade. We get the nunchucks. No, we get a strength upgrade and one more attack, which is unlikely to happen because we don't have any draw, but that's fine. Still no flex. Okay, so use your noggin here. These other cards are not that good. One Shrug, one Iron Wave. I think you're totally okay to dump them. You're doing 0 times 4, which is hilarious. Let's pop this and then flex. So that's 4 permanent strength up. I've been pretty good about that on this run, I think. Most of the time, I don't pay that close of attention to it. All right. Dude, I don't know. Maybe we will perfect. The only damage we took was to Offering, which, as we all know, doesn't count. And immediately, like, I gotta hit you with that never mind. Because, like, we're going to take damage just due to suboptimal draw. Life goes on, but that hurts. Hoping for some cheap attacks. 30? We're at 31. That's good stuff. Might as well catch him with this. Just to keep it going. We don't really care about the vulnerability if it's only going to last for 1 turn and we're not going to play any attacks after that. We're about to get free energy. We just need 1 more attack. We got there, but now we don't have the freaking energy required to play our other attack. What a ripoff. Okay, catch him. Catch his way. To be honest, we could have done with more draw in this deck. But I still think we did a really, really good job. It was a long daily, but an 1180 score. It's a little lower than I'd like to see on a daily, but, you know, I'm not really complaining. We should be in a decent spot. Look at that. It's still very early. We're within the first hour, but, you know, we got a win. We got on the front page. All right, it turns out that that's just about the middle of the road as far as this branch of the game goes. Hey, for now, thanks for watching, though. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps it a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!